Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7, streaming on Roku. We have some breaking news tonight in our top stories, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. Las Vegas police have provided us with an update on the hostage and barricade situation that lasted more than 24 hours. They say it happened near Blue Diamond and Dean Martin Drive with a stolen vehicle at a motel there. According to police, at least one person had barricaded himself at the apartment complex nearby with a firearm, taking the next door babysitter and little boy hostage.
In a situation like this, the subject dictates the actions of an incident. They are the ones that set the tone in the incident.
Police say after 29 hours of negotiations, they were able to get the female babysitter and little boy to safety and the suspect to surrender. He's now facing numerous charges, including attempted murder, kidnapping, and assault. In other news, a luxury apartment complex near M Resort sells for record price. Tuscan Highlands, a 300-plus unit complex, sold for a whopping $115 million, according to property records, which amounts to more than $378,000 per unit. Experts say the pandemic's economic pain wasn't spread evenly, largely affecting lower-age service sectors, and 75% of this high-end complex was already occupied when the sale closed. Now to your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. It's official. The Nevada Gaming Control Board says all COVID restrictions will end in casinos on June 1st. This will come after tourists flood Las Vegas for Memorial Day weekend, which means some restrictions will still be in place for the holiday weekend. All the while, experts in Nevada's gaming and tourism industry say Las Vegas is recovering faster than expected. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour has this story. Good evening, Renee.
Good evening, Jen. Yeah, there still appears to be room to grow, which has hotel, casinos, and executives and industry observers feeling really good about Las Vegas's future. Now, the Valley economic drivers, hospitality and gaming, are on the upswing. Fremont Street and Las Vegas Boulevard already have to reassemble their pre-COVID selves. And let's not forget about the impact of the vaccine rollout.
We have these vaccinations that people are starting to get. The numbers are rising on maybe not so much in Nevada, but in a lot of other states. So it's kind of important that people feel confident when they come here.
The one thing we're still not seeing, business and convention travel. The return of trade shows, events, and conventions is essential to midweek business and tourism industry's recovery. According to a UNLV hospitality professor, although Las Vegas recovery has come a long way, the most pressing need right now is getting people back to work. Jen?
In other news, the Las Vegas monorail is back after being shut down for more than a year. Starting today, the monorail is resuming its usual hours. However, passengers will still be required to wear face masks. Now to your weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 hour is here for you. Get ready for things to get hot. But first, tonight we'll be cooling down to the mid-70s. Looking at your Friday and the weekend, some stronger winds coming through. Highs are expected to be in the upper 90s, even getting up to triple digits later. We'll have some partly cloudy skies, but still a great weekend to hit the pools. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy, Clark County. Memorial Day weekend is sort of the kickoff for boating season. Review Journal's James Schaefer tells us what to expect.
Memorial Day weekend is always super busy.
Officials are warning locals to be prepared to wait when it comes to hitting the waters at Lake Mead, as expected visitation is due to reach a high. That in mind, officials are reminding folks to be safe.
Don't drink and boat. I don't know how else to put it. Just don't do it. Wait till you get home. Save the alcohol, the adult beverages for when you get home.
And even if you're experienced on the water, it's never too late to learn something new.
If you have time before you go out, take a boating education course. There's a lot of good tips in there, even if you've been boating forever. I mean, you never know what you're going to pick up.
One last thing to note, the next time you come to Lake Mead, the life vests will be fitting and changing to international guidelines. For the Las Vegas Review Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, Love Your Smile Again. A surgical assistant from Henderson recently passed away from COVID. Filbert John S. Aquino volunteered to be in operating rooms with COVID patients until he became ill himself, hospitalized for 5 months until he died. Family and friends remember him as the first person to help in any situation. He was 51 years old, leaving behind his wife and 2 teenage sons.
Here's the latest in sports. Oakland A's officials visited Las Vegas this week to get a feel for the city the team could one day call home.
Yeah, Oakland A's president Dave Caval was in town about 4 days with a group of executives from the team. They went around a couple different sites. They met with Las Vegas officials, Henderson officials. They toured some sites around the Strip, on the south end of the Strip, kind of Henderson area where a lot of stadiums have been rumored. Went to the Knights game and the Aviators game. Kind of went around, and Caval said he talked with some fans. He wanted to get a sense, of what the fandom was like out here, and he walked away impressed with it. I wouldn't be surprised if things continued on. He has to go up to New York next and give his report to the commissioner, and I think from there they might, plan some more trips and maybe up north and meet up with Governor Sisolak as well.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Circa Sports is offering the largest NFL contest guarantees ever of $10 million next season. The $1,000 entry Circa Survivor will feature a $6 million guaranteed payout, and the $1,000 entry Circa Millions 3 will feature $4 million in guaranteed payouts. In Survivor, contestants pick one NFL team to win straight up each week with no point spreads involved. If that team loses or ties, the contestant is eliminated. Each team can be used only once all season.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. Beer Zombies will arrive in Summerlin this weekend. The draft room features a new menu by chef Mark Marone. Founder Chris Jacobs says his bar has a wide selection of beers, including vintage barley wine. Leading into Memorial Day weekend, Friday is National Burger Day. Holstein's Shakes and Buns at the Cosmopolitan is offering the Oscar Burger, topped with crab meat for $23. And PT's Tavern's Classic Burger and Fries, which normally cost $12, will be $6. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here tomorrow for 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Sleep tight.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.